Welcome back to Investing and Trading Live, sponsored by Online Trading Academy. In the last segment, we're talking about getting kicked in the butt and getting off your duff.
That's one way of putting it.
That's one way of putting it. In the nice way, it's a family show to get started with your financial future. And it doesn't start tomorrow, it starts today. And hopefully we can inspire people just like you how to get started if you're brand new in the markets or if you've been investing for 20, 30 years and you're looking for more consistency. And we have a lot of people that are coming into these investing classes here at the Academy to get started or to have more consistency and learn the strategies, the techniques from our professional instructors. We have a state-of-the-art facility here in Bloomington. We have different investing classes that I want to give away seats to, and I'll do that right now simply by just texting the word investing to the number 210-210 for 2 seats and a jumbo pack, which has some stock picks in there, free stock picks at that, and some strategies on how to get started right away. You can also call 952-814-4410. That's 952-814-4410 for those people that like to do it the old 90s way. So that being said, Al, you mentioned in the last segment a couple different good little comments. There's a lazy man strategy. Now, picture this. Everybody has that, well, we'll say acquaintance, friend, family member, whatever that may be, and they are just downright lazy. They do nothing. They look lazy. They don't do nothing with their life. They just don't do anything, and you can probably picture that person right now. That's what's happening to your retirement accounts if you're in that buy and hold strategy. It's the lazy man account strategy because it just sits there, and over time basically does nothing because we're taught to do that from a young age. Buy and hold, invest in a 401k and just let it sit there. If people are not getting to their golden years with having enough money, there's a disconnect. It's a fact out there. People don't have enough. We have a retirement crisis. So if your money is being lazy, there might be a time in your life to start doing something different. And that's why Al hopefully got people off their duff and got kicked in the butt and actually are doing something about it. And you have different stages in your life as you're talking about. You were alluding to some different types of stages. Let's talk about in this segment here your financial stages. Now, you have 2 different stages.
Right.
You have we'll call it your income stage, which would be your working, your investing, hopefully. You're trying to build accounts. You're trying to save some money for fun stuff, trying to do things for the family, but you're also trying to save for that wealth year, those wealth years, which would be more of a living stage. Hopefully you're not working anymore and you're doing the fun things with the family, the grandkids, and you're traveling and you're doing those things that you want to do, and it's your living stage. Hopefully you're doing both at each time, though. You want to be living at each time. And it's not free to live, but it's getting more expensive. So you need, multiple income strategies to build that, but also you need to continue that income stream during that living stage. So I want you to talk about in this segment here how to have potential multiple sources of income to start building, saving, having some fun, living, but then being able to live during those golden years of your life.
Yeah, you said a lot there, but
I did. Pick one.
I'll pick a few things there. One of the things that we know is that the people that are truly financially successful have multiple sources of income.
Correct.
Not multiple jobs, but different sources of income. And if you're you talked about the 2 stages. There's that income, the accumulation phase, and then there's that retirement distribution phase. The way you approach the markets, or the way you benefit from the markets, is different for each of them. Unfortunately, Wall Street, for the most part, and by the way, we know there's some great financial advisors out there, but for the most part, they're putting you into a strategy that only addresses one of those 2, and that the one that they're addressing requires the other one to work first. And no, I don't mean to confuse you there. What I'm talking about is the income part maybe is the most important part, because even when you retire, think about it. What disappears when you retire?
Your income
Your
stops.
income. And what did you use your income for when you were working?
To live,
To pay
fun.
bills, have some fun. Well, when you go into retirement, if that income is gone, how do you replace that? How do you handle the bills that keep coming in? How do you handle the fun or even more fun that you might want to have when you're retired? Well, you need to have more income while you're still working You need an overflow after all of the basics of life are covered so you can have something in that retirement account. Well, what if you're behind? How do you handle that? Or let's just say you are in retirement and you're feeling pretty good. You've worked hard, you've got a nice portfolio put together, and all of a sudden we go through a bear market where the market is down over 20%. In the year 2000, it was down 20%. I mean, 50%. In the year 2007 to 2009, it was down 57%. Would that have an impact on how you live your life?
Well, look at what's happened the last few years. People have been impacted because the market's been down the last few years.
2022, the market took a big hit. People weren't used to that. They thought they were okay. They thought they were protected. And we have a lot of people that come into these classes, Josh, to say they felt that they were really let down by an advisor that they trusted because they weren't protected. And that's probably one of the biggest mistakes people have that they make, is that they don't know how to protect their assets. And every professional trader out there will tell you that the most important thing for being successful is risk management. It's learning how to make sure you understand what the risks are in any trade or investment you make, just like you would if you were going to cross a street or get in your car and drive somewhere. You understand what the risks are and you control those risks.
Yep. In that case, you put your seatbelt on, you look both ways, all that stuff.
Exactly. Yeah, you look both ways. You don't want to get hit by a bus or a car or a bike or anything, and you're crossing the street. You know that, so you look both ways. That's kind of what we do in the financial markets too. We teach you how to manage risk. If you don't know how to do that, if you have a financial advisor and you lost money in 2022, you were following their advice, which resulted in a loss. Why weren't you protected? Why didn't they protect you?
Interesting.
And here's I think this is really important, Josh. First of all, you need to know what you can do in the markets so you can know what you should do. And for each person, that may be different. Everybody has a little, a different lifestyle, different goals. When you go into retirement, are you just going to accept what the numbers show you? What do you have now? And if you look at the average return, how you got to live in retirement, that's going to dictate to you how to live? Or would you rather have a dream, a goal, and then learn how to achieve that goal? That's what rate of return do you need to get where you want to go? That's a number that's important. We can help you with that, but you have to understand what the different opportunities are, the different strategies and assets you can use that might be appropriate for you to go from where you are now financially to where you want to be. Or maybe you're in great shape financially now and you want to make sure you stay there. It's almost a guarantee. You can't guarantee many things in life, but it's almost a guarantee that if you're going to live another 10, 20, 30 years, you will go through at least one, if not many, bear markets that will have an impact on you unless you're prepared for it. And you can be prepared for it. It's risk management is the number one thing we teach our students.
Yeah, and you were talking about, I want to say this was a couple of weeks ago, you talked about the markets being one of the best wealth generating things you can do in your life. It's if you have some capital, obviously it's going to take a little bit of money. There's strategies to put it in the market and make it work for you. And you hit it on the head. If you don't know what you can do, now it's time to find out what can you do.
Absolutely.
And then that's why we have these investing classes. By the way, these are free classes. And these are classes where we cover the things that you can do in the markets. What are your opportunities? Where can you park your money? We talk about that a lot. That's been the theme of the show. What to do with your cash, because cash is trash if it's sitting in the sock drawer. Yes, it looks good in there. It's makes your socks smell nice and papery and like a forest and everything. But if you're just looking, if you just want it to sit in there, it is not going to do anything for you. And with inflation, those dollars, that cash, will go not further, but you start spending it and you start using it, it would be less and less as time goes by. So that's why, what can you do in the markets? What can you do now? The first thing you got to do is take action. And that, yes, I get it. It's sometimes hard to take action. But if you don't know what to do, find out what that is. We have investing classes that are free here at the Academy to get started, to see what you can do in the markets, how to get started. Where can you park your money in a down market? Where can you put your money in an up market? What if the market is sideways? There is actually strategies to park your money in a sideways market. And that's maybe an asset we can talk about in the next segment, Al. So make sure to stay tuned for that. So we've been having a lot of people come to these investing classes. We do these during the week. We have them on the weekends. We also have these on the week evenings as well. And we've been seeing people, everyday people, regular working folk that want to do more with their lives in their building years. And then also people that are in those living years want to continue to live that life that they choose to live. Simply just text the word investing to the number 210 for 2 seats for this class. Text investing to the number 210, or simply go to our website, otamin.com. That's OTAMINN.com. You can pick your own date. When you get registered for this class, make sure to ask for the jumbo pack, which has some stock picks in there that are free. Also, some strategies to help you get started if you're brand new. Simply go to otamin.com. That's otaminn.com. Coming up next, we're going to talk about those different assets, those different opportunities in the markets. This is Josh and Al, Investing and Trading Live. We will